Good morning, fellow Forex traders. Hope everybody's had a good night and it's having a good day, depending on where you live. Had some big movements yesterday and already today. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome. I do live streaming most of the time Monday through Thursday. I do swing trading. I don't do day trading, even though sometimes there is day trades when I'm on live. But I do education teaching to get people to learn to trade properly, and preferably with not 1, 3, and 5 minute charts. I use 1 and 4 hours and daily. Look at the daily too for trend confirmation, kind of, even though the trend can change at any time, like it did on the pound yesterday. See how that sold off. The purple line here, that's a yearly pivot. You see what we've done when we've hit it, bounced off of it big time. Now we're back down to it, and we're back into buys. As you see, there was a run up here, came back into it. That was the buy opportunity. You got paid for your patience, which was a day later. You had to wait for the buy. You were rewarded with patience. Now you had to stay in that another day. And then there's the sell, which it ran away. Hasn't given this yet. So we would expect it to come back up into here at some point. Not today. But is it going to turn around down here and head back up to the target up here? That's something we have to keep an eye on. Aussie dollar had news last night. It sold off from the news. It spiked up. That's from the news, like 8:30 Central Time, Eastern Time last night. Spiked up on the news and then it immediately sold off. Now I think its yearly pivot is a ways off, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's support right there. And there's resistance right there. So we're kind of in between them, which is more than likely that's where we're going to waste, even though there's a chance to come up to here before the end of the year. Get this straightened out. So the Aussie dollar is in a, let's squeeze it in. There's a sell, but we're looking for the sell up here. Let's see, there's a buy that you could have got in that one time, another time, and then another time. It's a bigger move. And we got a retracement right now going on it. Let me squeeze that back too. So it's kind of ran away on it, so we're expecting it to pull back up to give us a sell up in here. And that could happen today because the range is that good. The pound CAD is in a sell. It's done the same thing. It just ran away. It's not giving us a chance to get in. So at some point we're expecting a push up in here to sell. But we may come down first. Let's see. I'm not mistaken. Yep, there's the buy. So we could come back down into here. Probably going to here today if it's coming down at least. That would be the range on it, which means we could come down to here before we turn around. That's the pound CAD. These are 1 hour charts. Pound yen did the same thing, ran away. We're expecting it to come back up to give us a sale opportunity, but Here is the buys. 1, 2. Will there be a third down here? Or is it going to take out that wick? See where it come to over here, the sell? Came to the sell. Right there. And sold off. That was yesterday. It pushed up there. Gave a sell opportunity. And you're in the money. And that's the pound yen 1 hour. Euro New Zealand 1 hour, and then a sell yesterday, the other day, yesterday, and it sold off. It's trying to bounce back up. Will it give us another sell? Well, let's see the bigger picture, the 4 hour. It's in a sell too, so those agree right now. So I'm expecting, because see this is RSI, that it's not no divergence yet. They kept going up, this kept going up, so I'm expecting this to come up and fall short of this, but make a higher high, give us divergence, and then we'll have a sell-off. I'm flying here, I don't know how that happened. That's the Euro New Zealand. The pound New Zealand's probably going to have the same picture. It does. That came down to support down in here, and it's turned around so far. But we'd love for it to come up to here to sell it. Gives a low risk sell, just in case it doesn't take out that high. New Zealand yen is coming down into a buy, even though there was a buy opportunity here to get in, which is where I got in yesterday. Actually Sunday night. It was Sunday night. And I was stopped out on it. I got stopped out right here, and it did push up a little bit more, about 25 more pips, and then it's down well below where I got out, so I'm happy to get out. But it could be another buy opportunity down in here. That's the New Zealand yen. The Euro Aussie has made a buy, has retraced after its sell-off, which there was your opportunity there. And it's retraced about half of that move. So let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it's in the sell too. So both of those in agreement. But then again, we got the same thing. See, there's not really no divergence for the big sell-off, which we want it to come back down to here. See, there was no opportunity to get in, so we're looking for, and that's a yearly pivot. You see what it done. Bounced off of it. Looking for it to come back in here to it, somewhere down in here, and then move up. That's on the Euro odd. So these are in no man's land. Nothing to do. Nothing to do today. But wait for some kind of pullback. If this pulls back down into here, the Euro odd, there's a buy opportunity. It won't get up to here today. That range is too great. That would be another 60 pips on top of where it's ran overnight. So the Euro CAD has sold off. It ran away too, so it didn't give us no chance to get in. So we're looking for that chance up in here, which it could come up, touch this resistance here, and then sell off. I could do that today. Hopefully it doesn't just continue to flush down, but it could. Is the 4 hours probably in agreement with the 1 hour? Yes, it is. It's just basically started. That's on the Euro CAD. Pound Aussie sold off and it's made a buy, but it's kind of ran away, so we're looking for a pullback in it somewhere down here for a buy opportunity back up to the upside. See, that's a yearly pivot. Where'd we go to? And sold off. And on the pound dollar, see, we're sitting on that right now, so it could turn around through here, or it could come down and take the lows out. See, it came down there once. Is it going to test it again, or is it going to blow through it? Looking for a target up here today. Not today. That's not going to happen today. But looking for a target up here for a buy opportunity. Yeah, we want a low risk trade. So we'll have to see how that goes. So let's go back to where we were. Let's see, finishing them up. The CAD yen has made a 1 hour buy. There's the yearly pivot. Where do you think we're coming to? Even though there could be a run up here today, I'm looking for it to come back to here because it's too close. And then there'll be something to do right there. But it is in a buy right now in the 1 hour, and it's giving you no chance to get in. Looking for a target up into here. That probably won't happen today. That's too high. But it could get up to right here before it sells back off. Now it's on the CAD yen. Euro yen has sold off. I forgot to turn the phone on. So we're looking for, because there was no chance to get in, we're looking for a sale opportunity up here, and that's 58. That probably won't happen today. It could with news. That's the Euro yen. The Aussie yen, it had news last night. The Aussie did. That was its spike on the news, and it immediately turned around and sold off. Gave you no chance to get in on the sale, because even though it was in here, that risk, that high is 195.06 basically, and I know that's not the high. 70. So that's 36 pips plus the spread is 39. That's too great for me. Even though at times this is 40, and then it can work. Let's see how we filled this in, this flush down. We had that flush down and it came back and filled it in with that push up, and plus actually took it out a little bit. So we're looking for another sell opportunity up in here with a lower risk for a sale back down to here. Now we've got, it's on down a little bit. See, there's a yearly resistance there, and then there's resistance right here. But it's so 300 away on each side, so we're kind of in the middle. No man's land. No man's land. Nothing to do. So this looks like this one of these days where there's not really anything to do except for the pound dollar. Or it could be the yen pushed. That's basically the pound dollar. So is that what we're going to do? We keep bouncing around that thing several times. So this is what we're going to do here today. I am recording this because it's live streaming. It's 3 weeks to the day today that I started live streaming. So I'm happy about that. But I know I'm up against a bunch of trying to draw people in here, because most people want trading action and to be entertained. So you got, they're looking for 1, 3, and 5 minute and even 15-minute traders, people who trade those minute charts, because there's a greater chance that they're going to get in trades because they feel like they have to make money every day, which you don't have to. You can get paid. This proves it right here. You don't have to. This doesn't. Now, does it do it all the time? No, because see there, it ran away. But it's going to come back and fill this in. So when the buy starts down here like this, that's the profit target. There's no reason to get out till it gets up into there. So if it does start down in here, you're talking about almost 300. 270 from right here, but it could be going lower, which would be closer to 300. Now that's probably going to take a day or two, so you got to be patient and wait. But this shows that if you're patient and you wait, you get rewarded. But if you feel like you got to trade every single day to make money to pay bills, I'd advise you to stop right now and do a demo account. Continue working and save as much money as you can, where you don't have to feel that way. Because actually, if you do this swing trading, which is what I do, you can work a full-time job still. Because there's several times a day you can look at this on 1 and 4 hour charts. Because you're on a 1 hour chart, you're only going to have 8 candles while you're working. And a 4 hour chart's only going to have 2 candles while you're working. So you can look at it before you go to work. You can look at it on your first break. You can look at it at lunch. You can look at it on your second break. And you can look at it on your way home. And you can also look at it when you get home in the evenings. There's plenty of opportunities in swing trading. Day trading, you got to constantly watch your phone if you're working a full-time job. So whoever you're watching, to be able to see when they get in a trade, what you need to be learning. You don't need to be following them, because you need to get away from that. Just like we need to get away from getting oil from other countries overseas, which we had done when Trump was president. But we went back to that. So that way you won't take a chance of getting fired, because I'm sure companies are going to frown on you looking at your phone all the time when you're supposed to. They're paying you to work, not look at your phone. But there is a ton of people on YouTube that follow these guys, and they feel like they have to make a trade every day. But the thing is, they go for 8 to 10 pips on Forex, and it's 10 cents if they do stocks. Why would you do this? This proves there's no reason to do that. This proves it. And I can show you examples after examples, and if you look at charts enough, you don't even have to take my word for it. You can go through and see these same setups over and over and over and over. I'll show you one that I was in not too long ago. I'm going to have to scroll back a good ways. There it is. Now it runs away. It comes back. You get rewarded. Again, you got to stay in that for a day or two. But do you care? Do you care? Now, this didn't happen. You had to wait for that setup. You had to wait another whole day, so you didn't get paid that day. Then you get rewarded for waiting. That was a Euro New Zealand. This in which I was in sold up here. I didn't get the top of it, but I did get in there with the low risk trade. Took off half my profit. I'm still in this trade, but my stop now is right here, so it looks like it's going to get stopped out because it looks like it wants to come back up to here. But I done took half profit. My second half, which initially when I got in, the stop was right here. On the flush down, I move it to break even plus a couple of dollars, and then on the next push down, and even better, it's going to make more money. Almost what, well, actually it'd be a little bit more than what I made on my first half. I just hope it sells off from here and continues to push down. And if it does that, then I can move that stop from there actually to right there. Because if it goes to take that out, then it's coming up higher. And let's see if there was another one. Was it the odd yen? Let me have enough room here. Yes. Now see, this one didn't take as long. Signal started at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours that you had to wait. But you got rewarded. You could have got in anywhere in there. Don't ever get in on the first candle after the signal candle. But then you got rewarded for patience again. You came down, you probably got stopped out somewhere down in here. More than likely right here. When it made its flush push up, move it up, you got stopped out there. And it came all the way back down. Not far from where you originally got in. So I can show you these examples all day long, but you don't have to take my word for it. Like I said, it's all over the place, these setups. You just have to be patient. So let's see, let's show you another one. I see that one has ran away. Now do you think it's going to come back down in here for a low risk buy? That's what I'm waiting on. Now that might not happen today. It could because of the daily range, but it made a big move up. But it could come pull back down into here before we start to go higher. This is the targets back up to here. That won't happen today, so that means you're going to have to hold it another day. So you have to be patient on these trades. See, there's a runaway. There's a buy. It ran away. That's at 191.06. And it blew past it, but then made the signal. So you have to wait on the signal because it don't show up every candle. There was another pound Aussie in here. Yeah, let's see, here's a sale opportunity. That high was 193.27. You could have got in at 13, or worst case 303. That high was, so that's 24 plus 4 is 28, so that's within my parameters of 30 pips at the most. And for waiting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. You got rewarded. See, in that 7-hour time frame, that YouTube traders who trade 1, 3, and 5 minute charts, that could happen. So they're trying to force trades in there. That's why I'd strongly advise against it. Strongly. And I can say that because I've done it before. That's how I first started trading, was 1, 3, and 5 minute charts, and 15. Occasionally I use 15. But I blew 2 accounts doing that. I've not blown an account since 2007. I'm going on 17 years trading, swing trading. Whether get a low risk trade like that, 91.88, at high as 14, $4 plus 4 on the spread, $8 and $8 risk, $8. That's less than a Big Mac combo meal, and then you get rewarded. So these trades are here. You can look through the charts. I print these things off every single day. All these currencies, I print them off every single day. And then if there's a trade, like there was yesterday, the Aussie dollar, or Sunday I should say, got in that pound dollar. I got in that past, couldn't get in the sale because it ran away. I'm looking for a buy opportunity now. There was a trade, the Euro CAD, the other day. Here you go. There's another example. Starts to run away. That's when the average trader Joe gets in. He thinks, oh gosh, it's running away. Then it runs back down. And that is 40 something pips right there if you got in up there at the high. So chances are they didn't sit in that. So you wait. It runs up, it comes back down, gives you a second opportunity, and you get rewarded. You move your stop up the whole time. Initially that's your stop. If you get in there, you gotta wait for a big push up, then there's going to be a retracement. Then you can get in and move your stop up. Never got stopped out. Flush up, move your stop up. You're going to be a little retracing. Flush up, move your stop up. And then you wait till there's another opportunity. Now you could have moved it up into here while that had made that big move, and you'd still be in it because it's not taking your stop out. So there's a retracement, flush up, move your stop from here to here, and then wait for the retracement. The next flush up, you move your stop up probably to right there. After there, in the flush up, move it to there, and this is where you're about to get stopped out on the Euro CAD. But look how long you was in that. That's several days move. There's no, you don't have to look for another trade. You're in the trade. You've already took half off your position. You've banked money. You're going to make money on your second half no matter what happens. You're going to make money. Takes all the stress off. Who wouldn't want to trade this way? The ones who, if you look on YouTube, you'll see them. They're all over YouTube. 1, 3, and 5 minute traders. Trying to force trade, find the trade. And when they get in the trade, they take 8 to 10 pips on average. You don't have to take my word for that. All you got to do is check the brokerage houses, and they'll tell you on average their traders take on Forex 8 to 10 pips. Why would you do that? Well, look, that shows why would you do that. When they take 8 to 10 pips, because they've said, oh, I got to make money today. I got to make money. And their 2 days of getting 8, let's say they give 10 pips each day. They got 20 pips. You think that's more than 20 pips? Yeah, I had to wait a couple of days to get paid. But it's worth it. You don't have to find trades. You don't have to force trades. But this time, day and time now, people have to be entertained all the time. and then they feel that they have to make trades to pay bills every day. So trades are going to get forced. They're going to make 8 to 10 pips. They have to move their stop up because they can't give back that 8 to 10 pips. And then it can easily, in a 1 hour candle, easily come down and stop them out, and then do this. But when you have these trades, like this sale for instance, where it comes up, low risk trade, now you had to wait 3 hours to get in it, 68.44, 68.43 basically. So you had a $4 risk, $4 risk for that, and now it's in a buy opportunity. But it's ran away, no chance to get in. You're waiting for the retracement back down here. And it's going to come back up in here because of the flush down. So it's going to come back up in here. Now that might not happen today. Or it could happen today. If it starts from here, it could happen today, go up there. But we need it to come back down here to give us a buy. New Zealand yen had a buy. I was in this. And that was a low risk trade. The low is 87.08 basically, and that's 87. That was $8 plus the spread, $11. And I got half of my position off, and then I got stopped out on my second half, but with profit. So I got stopped out right here. I was able to move my stop up after this flush up, the retracement, and then the flush back up to a higher high. I was able to move it from there to there. So I basically made the same amount I made on taking off my half position. And now I can just look for another trade. But there's not been a good setup here yet. I just really needed to push up a little bit higher than that to make it into this wick, to make it a low risk sell. So we're looking at a 4 hour, see what it looks like. And it's been going sideways, so there's a chance that this is going to go lower. See that red line is a yearly pivot. See what happened? These are magnets, these things. They are much better than a daily, a weekly, and a monthly pivot. The yearly is the best. Now it takes time to get there, but again, you got to be patient and you get rewarded. Most people aren't patient. That's the problem. So this could be the only opportunity today is the pound dollar, and that's because we're at a yearly pivot. Yearly pivot, we closed below it, went up, after closing above it, went up, came back, retested it, closed below it, came back up, closed above it, and really took off. And now we've come back to it, and looks like we're going to close below it again. And then there could be a buy opportunity. So you had it once, where you have it again somewhere down in here, because we're gonna, this is the target on the pound dollar, is up here. That won't happen today though, so that means if it gets down here, you're gonna have to hold it for a day or two. If you get in it today, probably gonna have to hold it for at least 1 day, maybe even a day and a half for it to get up to here. So you have to be patient. You have to learn patience. You have to realize I can't force trades. I wait for it to come to me. And does that happen every day? No. See the pound Aussie? See, it's ran away. Couldn't get in. Don't get in on that first one. This one have been too great. That low is, let's see what the low is. Come on. $90.17. And the best you could have got in was this one. Is 04. That can't be right. That's higher. This has got to be lower. 190.16. There it is, 48. See, that's 32 pips plus the 4 on the spread. That's 36. So that's too far of risk for me because it flip-flops the risk to reward. Because your first half a profit target on the pound Aussie is 50 pips. So if you're risking 36 or 38, see, it's not 2 to 1. It needs to be 2 to 1. That's why I try to get, 8, 10, 15 pip risk for a 50. So that means it's more than 3 to 1. And if it's 10, it's 5 to 1. I've tried to put music on here, but every time I do, YouTube sends me a message saying it's against their terms. I go, but this is my music, it ain't y'all's music. But still, they continue to do it. I don't see how these others can get music on there and they don't get a message from YouTube. So we're pulling down here, so there could be an opportunity to buy. But the only thing is, here on the 1 hour, we've not made divergence either. So if it pulls down, it's probably going to have to take this out to make positive divergent and then be a buy. So let's see. Is there anything close by? Yes. Major resistance right here, which would make a lower low, and then this would be a higher low, and then the buy could come in. That can happen. But again, we're looking for the target up to here. That you'll have to hold it again. Now, patience is the key. I can't say it enough. So why does it show 4 hour when it's on a 1 hour? Oh, it is a 4 hour. Let's go back to 1 and blow this up. There we go. Aussie dollar, pound CAD. If I get any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat, or you can go to my YouTube channel page and put them in the comment section. And I'll respond to them as quick as I can, which usually during my session is pretty quick. So this is the one we're looking at. This looks like this is the only one that's going to happen today, unless this pound Aussie sells off down here, which that could happen. Pound yen has come back down into, well, it's got a little bit more to go down here. Let's see, it done the same thing, flush down. Well, now we're expecting a push back up. That won't happen today. See, that's the yearly pivot. We went up to it, closed above it, went up, come back down, closed below it, and have gone lower. And we'll slide over and show you how important this is. Came up, touched it, didn't close below it, went a little bit lower, closed above it, went higher. Came back down, closed below it, came back up, touched it, didn't close above it, came up close to it, and we came up close to it again, You don't think that's important? The picture shows it important. When I've touched it, sold off. These are important. It hangs. See, that's a long time for it to hang around. That would be from September the 14th to the 20th. A week where it done nothing. But there was no trades in here either. So that was just, you go to the next one. You go to the next currency. So I hope it's able to show everybody that swing trading is the best way to go. But you know, if you're in the position where you feel like you got to trade every day to make money, again, I strongly advise you that you stop trading, do a demo account. As if you're working a full-time job, you need to concentrate on that, and that'd be looking at your phone all day long, which if you're following these guys on YouTube, which I strongly advise against. And you may say, well, why do you say that? Because I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and I burnt the t-shirt because I blew 2 accounts trading that way. And in 2006 I started trading, swing trading on the currencies, and I've never looked back. Blown no accounts. 17 going on 17 years. So you tell me, the math should tell you 1, 3, and 5 minute, blow 2 accounts. 1 hour and 4 hour daily charts, swing trading, no blown accounts. Which one would you rather do? Because you can still trade this way if you're working a full-time job. Because it's an hour and 4 hour candles. So if this is your first time here, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm live streaming, do it Monday through Thursday. I'm in the US. So the easiest way to find that when I'm on is to subscribe to my channel, and then you'll also have to click on the notify me button, and then YouTube will notify you with a message saying that I'm on live. That's the easiest way to do it. I'm not trying to get 10,000 subscribers, or 100,000 subscribers and 10,000 likes. I don't push that. I push teaching you to learn how to trade, and then once you learn how to trade, you don't need me no more. But these other guys on here on YouTube that are trading, they got to have you tied to them. So they got to entertain you, because it keeps them, their subscriber base growing and their likes growing, and then they get paid by YouTube and they get ad revenue. So it's not about trading. It's not about that. Because otherwise you wouldn't spend all your time doing that. If I get that many subscribers, great and wonderful. If not, it's great and wonderful too, because it's about, for me, teaching others to be able to do what I'm doing successfully. But it's up to each individual person. But most of them, because if you don't know, 95% of traders who trade lose money. So would you want to trade with the 5% that make money? This is the big guys, the ones that's in the 5%, don't look at 1, 3, 5, 15 minute or even 30 minute charts. The smallest they look at is 1 hour. That's the smallest time frame they look at. So who would you rather follow? Somebody who's successful, or somebody who's not successful trading 1, 3, and 5 minute charts? Because I've not seen anybody on YouTube that was transparent enough to where they showed consistently that, hey, I'm profitable. Yeah, pay no attention to they got the big house and the Lamborghini in their picture. You can rent that stuff. You can pull out in front of the house and say it's your house. It's not your house. You can rent a Lamborghini for a day and take a picture. So please don't fall for that crap. Please don't fall for that, and don't fall for the I'm sure you've seen the ones where they do, I've said this before, can't repeat it enough, where, and most of them are these quick traders, 1, 3, 5, 15 minute, some even 30 minute, where they'll show how many wins and losses they have for the day, the week, the month, and even some of them a year. Don't pay attention to that. That's very deceiving. I'll explain why. Most of them average 8 to 10 pips, some not even that much, but on average, that's what the brokerage houses say. Their traders, on average, that trade Forex, take 8 to 10 pips on their trades. So let's say they have 50 trades in a week. Some of them have 50 in a day, but on average, 50 in a week. Let's say they had a good week, 38 wins, 10 losses, and 2 break-evens, for example. You'd look at that if you went to that page and said, oh man, I need to follow these guys. They're successful. They got a good win ratio. But what it doesn't tell you is how many pips did they give out all of them trades. And if they don't want to show you that or tell you that, then that should be a red flag that, okay, I need to find somebody else. But on average, if they do show you, it's going to be 8 to 10 pips. So now you can multiply the number of pips that they have divided into the number of trades. And I can almost guarantee you it's going to be on average 8 to 10 pips that they took. So again, I wouldn't want to follow nobody that trades that way. When you think this is 8 to 10 pips from here to here? 8 to 10 pips. You get in, you take off half your profit for the pound dollar, which this was, it's 40. Depending on the range for the day. It could be 50, but that's the max, 50, where you take off half. And then the second half, you move your stop, you get in down here, your stop initially there. On the push-up, you move it over to your entry plus $1 or $2. Now that's going to make money no matter what happens. So now the stress is off, you're in the trade, you've already banked money. You're waiting for the retrace, the push-up, and then here you go. You're moving your entry to here. And then you're following this up. That's all you're doing. And then you got stopped out in here. And you were glad because you didn't want to be in this, because it just has come back almost to where your entry was down here. But I'm not in the entertaining business. I mean, I don't mind laughing and cutting up and stuff. But this is more for me about teaching people to be able to trade successfully and to be able to do this full time and do it from home. And then all I ask is you return the favor. Don't charge for a room. Because again, they got to have you tied to them. They have to have you tied to them. I don't want you tied to me. I want you to learn on your own, and you say bye-bye to me. Because I'm not about trying to get ad revenue and all that stuff. Because if you initially went into this, I'm sure them guys did, I'm going to teach people how to trade successfully, blah blah blah, and then now it's turned into they got to push. I've even heard them, more than several, say I'm not going to put out a trade until I get to 1,000 likes today, or 500 likes, or whatever it is. Why would you do that? If your main goal is to teach people to trade, don't worry about that stuff. Just teach them. But there'll be people who keep coming to them. But all you got to do is look at the number of subscribers that has subscribed. It could be in the thousands, but then they only have 100 and something viewers. Why is that? Because the rest of them have found out this guy's he's a fraud, he's a loser, he's not a winner, he's not transparent, he's not teaching me anything. All I'm doing is making him money by liking his channel and then subscribing and getting people to subscribe. I always advise, hey, if they're not any good, unsubscribe from them. Then they're going to get the message. That's the only way they'll get the message, is if you unsubscribe from them. And all of a sudden they start seeing the numbers drop off. Then they got to go to a plan B, because they're more worried. That means they're not making money trading. They're more worried about, oh, I'm losing my ad revenue, I'm not going to get paid by YouTube. What? Are you serious? If you're a good trader, you don't even need to worry about that stuff. So I'm going to go through these one more time, and this will be the end of the day for me. The pound dollar, I'm in a buy position here. I'm willing to add to it if it comes down, because it could close below it and then come like it's done on these, and then go below it a little bit and then give me a new signal. But it's going to be a little while, probably a couple of hours. So this, I know this is the target up here because of the flush down. So I know this is going to be the target. This is not going to happen today, so that means I'm going to have to hang on to it. The Aussie dollar is in a sell. It's in a flush down. That's going to be a target for it at some point, but not right now. I would expect this is coming down into here for a buy, but it's going to have to give me an opportunity there, and that might not happen today. The pound CAD is in a sell. It flushed down, gave you no opportunity, so again we're going to be looking for a sell opportunity up into here. But how far is this going to go down? If it's going to come back down into here, which it could do today, and then give us the sell opportunity, I mean the buy opportunity. Pound yen, same thing, sold straight off. This is going to be the target up into here. Not going to happen today. We may not be done to the downside. Let's squeeze this in more. There was the buy that ran up that sucked everybody in and said, oh, it's running away, running away. You wait patiently. Now these are 1 hour. That's a whole nother day you have to wait to get in. It runs up and you could get in here. Remember, entries, this is the stop. This is your entry. When you get in, that's your stop. You'll get a push up initially, then you're going to get a retracement, so you can't move your stop just yet, but you've taken off half your position on this push up. So you've banked money, you're at break even, should be down here. If you're up in here, you got stopped out, so you have to try to get it down here low. I put in orders down here, a couple of different ones, because it may not get all the way down to here. So then you get another opportunity to get in. If you did get in here and get stopped out, there's another opportunity, and then you're rewarded. And it's come back down, but it's going to come back up in here at some point. But like I said, not today. See over here, it's sell. You got a chance to get in, flush off, sell. No chance to get in, but it's going to give you another one. Just not today. So let me squeeze that back. Please print these charts off every single day. And you may say, well, that costs a lot of money. Or I ain't got no printer. I got to buy a printer. I got to buy ink, which is expensive. Yes, it is, but this is part of the business. This will be your trading business. You can write it off on your taxes, because you use it for your work. But when you print these off, these currencies, let's have 14. And if there's a trade that was made, which you wouldn't be on here, because you couldn't get in, then you write down why you got in the trade, when you move your stop, write all that stuff down, and then every day on the weekends is when I go back and look at these, because I got time to look at them, or Friday night when the market's closed. That way I got the rest of the weekend to look at them, write them up. That's going to be your best teacher, is doing this way. So nothing to do on the pound yen yet. Aussie dollar, nothing to do on it yet. Pound CAD, nothing to do on it yet. It's going to be a no trade today except for the pound dollar, and it may not even be today. So the Euro New Zealand, nothing to do here yet, but it could push up into here to give us sell. But this has got resistance up here. That's a yearly pivot. Could be that it's going to come back to there. So I was already in this sell once, and I'm not got stopped out yet because my stop's still right there at the high of this wick. So, but it looks like it's going to, because it does push up there. I would think this is probably going to be a buy going higher. And that's on the Euro New Zealand, by the way, 1 hour. Pound New Zealand got the same picture. New Zealand yen got stopped out from the on here on the buy on it, but it's come back down into it, so I'm gonna look for another buy opportunity, which could be right here. That's low, but it's still in a sell though, is the only thing, and really didn't give a chance on a sell. See, that low was 08. It'd been down to 1911. Okay, so that's within the parameters, but where is it? Up above. See, we could be heading to there because I think we're too low. Yeah, it's way down here, 500 away. So that's probably not going to happen by the end of the year, but it's only 200 away from up here. But I really don't like buying anything that's tied to the yen because of the Bank of Japan. And speaking of that, I need to look and see where the dollar yen is. It's pushing 150, but it's been pushing 150 for a couple of weeks and hasn't gone past it like it did before. So this is what's going to happen. Let me give you the example I'm talking about. I may have to squeeze this in, see if we can get it over, and I'll show you this. I don't think, was this the 17th? What is today, the 25th? No, here it is. That 1 hour candle is a 1 hour candle. That's the Bank of Japan. That's when the US dollar yen went over 150. They stepped in, drove it down over 300 pips. So I'm looking for that again to happen again. I'm short on the dollar yen, and I don't want to really be tied to any other yens for long at all. Because, let me see, the New Zealand yen, it's sold off too. I gotta find its, oops. So that's the New Zealand yens, and that push was 160. That was a 160 pip drawdown right there. So that's why I don't want, because it's going to happen again, and I don't really want to be in anything that's tied to the yen except the dollar yen short, which I am in several positions. I bought in the 148.90s and have bought in the 149.90s a couple of times. So you see this New Zealand yen, see that flush down? We're heading up to here. That's going to get filled in. Now that won't happen today. So is this a buy opportunity to get in long again? So what I say that risk was, I think it's worth the risk. I'm going to do half a position, that's all. Buying the New Zealand yen. But I have to keep an eye out on dollar yen. And so let me finish going through these. Euro Aussie, it's in a buy, it's ran away, need a retracement down through here, the target's up here. Nothing to do, you couldn't get in, gotta have it pulled back. Euro CAD, it's sold off, you didn't have a chance to get in. We're looking for a chance to get in. It could push up there today and then sell off. Pound Aussie, there's its flush down, need to get that right there, targets up to there. And if it's going to head up, see it's kind of run away, need to pull back into that. CAD yen has made a buy, it's trying to push down into here. There is the yearly pivot. Where do you think it's coming? So the pound dollar is basically the only one, and maybe the pound Aussie and the New Zealand yen are the only three that looks like there's any kind of chance. Nothing to do here. Okay, the target's eventually going to be up to here, but we could go lower on this. Aussie yen, same thing, sold off. This is going to be the target up to here, but this could be coming down to here. Now will it make that today? No, it won't make that today. So there's nothing to do here but the pound dollar, the New Zealand yen, and the pound Aussie. Those are the only three opportunities. And they may or may, well, the pound is the greatest because it's at, yes, it's trying to come off of it now. The yearly pivot, there's its target. It's not going to hit that today, so it's going to have to hold it over. And see what it does. So we're going to, let's see, keep an eye on that yen. It is at still the 149.90. There's just no range on it. There's no range. Well guys, that's everything for today. Plan on seeing you guys tomorrow morning, US time. Again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do swing trading though. If you're looking for action or entertainment, and you got to have a ton of trades a day to be able to make money to pay bills, this is not the room for you. And I don't say that to be mean, it's just truth. That's the truth. And I would advise strongly against trading that way. Because you can work a full-time job and still do swing trading. You can't work a full-time job and trade 1, 3, and 5 minute charts. So if you'd hit the subscribe button, if you like the channel, if you like the information I'm providing, education and training, and once you hit the subscribe button, you'll also have to click on the notify me button, and then YouTube will notify you when I'm on live streaming. I've now been on 3 weeks today, to the day. And thank everybody who has subscribed so far. Appreciate that. Hope you keep coming back. But we'll plan on seeing you guys tomorrow.